Good morning, my name is Byron Drew from Metro Weather, and this is this morning's weather brief on Friday, the 4th of January. Today's brief will include a summarized look at your longer term forecast, followed by a more detailed forecast across the UK and Europe. After that, I will look at your renewables forecast, followed by Scandinavian precipitation, and finally, global weather alerts. Starting with a look at your latest 32-day forecast from ECMWF, which displays signal for temperatures in the UK to trend up to 2 or 3 degrees below climate normal throughout the second half of January and the first parts of February, and displays good agreement with the shorter term ensemble models. This agreement, as well as the cooling trend into the second half of January, is also clearly illustrated in the forecast for Germany as well as France. And now for a more detailed look at your temperature forecast across the UK and Western Europe over the next 15 days, starting between days 11 and 15, during which time temperatures are expected to trend near to, although slightly below normal in the UK, in many parts of Central Europe, including Benelux, Germany and Switzerland, while temperatures trend very near to climate normal in Spain and France. In the UK, there has recently been a model shift towards a slightly cooler evolution than previously signaled within the models, with temperatures now expected to drop below climate normal after the 14th of January. Although at present model agreement is reasonably good, the GFS ensemble continues to signal a somewhat cooler evolution than that of the EC ensemble model. However, at present, the ECMWF ensemble model is favored in the UK between days 11 and 15 due to recent model performance and consistency. Once again, the GFS ensemble signals a somewhat cooler evolution in the EC ensemble in Germany. Once again, however, the ECMWF model is favored. And between days 6 and 10, temperatures in the UK and most parts of Western Europe are likely to trend near to, although above normal for this time of year. Temperatures will cool from 2 or 3 degrees above normal at the start of the period to 0 or 1 degree above normal by the end of the period in the UK. In France, recent updates have brought increased model agreement between the GFS and the preferred ECMWF ensemble models. However, the GFS ensemble remains somewhat warmer than the favored ECMWF ensemble model. And finally, between days 2 and 5, temperatures across most parts of Western Europe and the UK will trend above normal to well above normal, with temperatures peaking today and cooling into the weekend. And now for your renewables forecast, starting with your Benelux wind power generation percentage graph, which displays signal for winds easing into the Benelux area for this weekend, with the production percentage dropping below 30% of maximum capacity. This general easing trend is also clearly evident in Germany, although with a considerable spike on Sunday afternoon, where potential production could reach up to 50% of maximum capacity. Winds are expected to continue easing in northern Germany into the start of next week, as is made clear by the red line, which represents the probability of near calm conditions, approaching 40% on both Monday and Tuesday. Meanwhile, there is a very high probability of near calm conditions in the far northwestern parts of France over the next 5 or 6 days. And on to Scandinavian precipitation, where most of northern Sweden as well as coastal Norway are likely to see precipitation totals near to or even slightly above normal for this time of year, while in Finland and most parts of southern Sweden and southern Norway, precipitation totals are likely to be below climate average over the next 7 or 8 days. And now for your global weather alerts, starting with the US temperature anomaly forecast over the next 7 or 8 days, during which time temperatures in the upper Midwest are expected to trend above normal for this time of year, while in most other parts of the country temperatures will trend below climate average. Meanwhile in Brazil, far southern parts are likely to see precipitation totals above normal for this time of year over the next 7 or 8 days, while most other parts of the country will see totals nearer to and even below normal. And in East Asia, temperatures are expected to remain below normal to well below normal for this time of year, with far northeastern parts of China expected to see temperatures most significantly below average over the next 7 or 8 days. And finally, Tropical Depression 1 is forecast to continue heading westwards over the coming days, moving towards Singapore and potentially intensifying into a tropical cyclone over the weekend. That's all for today's weather brief. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.